From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the News Blast for this hour. LGBTQ Nation is reporting U.S. Senator Eric Schmitt has been accused of racism and white nationalism after he gave a speech in which he declared that pilgrims in George Washington's Continental Army fought for and built this country for us as a birthright. Speaking at the National Conservatism Conference, Schmitt said the pilgrims and army believed they were fighting for a nation, a homeland for themselves and their descendants, adding, "They fought, they bled, they struggled, they died for us," he declared. "They built this country for us. America in all its glory is their gift to us, handed down across the generations. It belongs to us. It's our birthright, it's our heritage, our destiny. If America is everything and everyone, then it is nothing and no one at all." Do you suppose that the indigenous American community thought the same thing when your ancestors sort of barraged their way into this country, which didn't exist yet? And where do you think the folks south of our current Texas-Mexico border came down on this whole invasive behaviorism? He then denounced new people who believe they can build a new America by changing the stories we tell about ourselves, the new civil rights movement reported. George Washington's Continental Army included an estimated 5,000 to 8,000 free and enslaved black men who served in racially integrated units. However, one can hardly say that the country belongs to the white colonialists who would later form the earliest states. In reality, white colonists slaughtered the Native Americans who lived on the land that is now the United States, and black slaves majorly contributed to building the nation's capital and economy through their unpaid and involuntary labor. To say nothing of the land that was stolen from them during the 1849 gold rush out in California. To say nothing of the Chinese people who came to the United States to help build the Continental Railroad that crossed the United States. To say nothing of the people who had crossed back and forth over the border of Mexico and the United States for decades, who speak languages other than English. Their lives, apparently, to Senator Schmitt do not matter. Got it. In response to his speech, MSNBC and NBC News political analyst Cornell Belcher wrote via X, "This is ignorant. This is also textbook white nationalism. And by the way, fun fact, your ancestors weren't the only ones who built this country, so F off." Journalist Roland Martin wrote, "This is 100% racist. No shock that a member of the Senate GOP would say this, and not one mainstream network will call this trash out. You know what? We're not mainstream network, but we're calling it out." Schmitt co-sponsored a bill to slash a wildly successful international HIV prevention program. As Missouri's Attorney General, he signed on to an amicus brief that argued against the inclusion of LGBTQ plus individuals under workplace discrimination bans. Senator Schmitt, you have one too many M's in your last name. That's the News Blast at this hour. If you are watching our news content on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is now available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.